What is up, guys? Con here once again with another commentary for you. For those that aren't familiar with this new series I made, it's called Konmentary, and I pretty much will just be talking about a specific topic, and you guys can just check out the background or keep browsing the internet like you always do, while I pretty much just speak and let you guys know what the topic is. And the topic today is about one of the most common questions I get on my YouTube channel. And that question is, where do you get your arcade machines, or where can I get my own arcade machines? Now, this isn't necessarily a very tough topic to actually answer. And it's pretty straightforward for the most part. It's probably what you would expect, in all honesty, for someone that's not, an actual arcade or something like that. And you're going to be mostly shopping on eBay. eBay is going to be your big place for going for arcade machines. More recently, they've had lots of DDR machines, especially in 2012. Like, almost every other week, there was a DDR machine on there, and it was going for a really good deal. Usually, DDR machines on eBay will go between $800 and $1,800. So, something just to keep in mind there that no, you don't necessarily get one for a couple $100s. They're still pretty expensive. It's a deluxe video game. You gotta remember that, and it's still has a pretty decent cult following for it. So you're not the only one that wants that machine. Now, besides eBay, you can also go on Craigslist. Now, Craigslist, it really depends on what your area is, really. If it's really hit or miss when I mean something like that, and it's either you have arcade machines in your area, there's a DDR following, just there's people that play it pretty much, and the arcades will try to sell the machines on Craigslist. Usually they're pretty expensive, which is the sucky part. Like, I know on Craigslist near me, there's a company that's been listing a DDR machine on there for like $6,000 for like over a year now, and there's no way a DDR machine is worth $6,000 unless it's like the new cabinet from Japan or something like that. But if you're interested in getting like a DDR machine or pump it up machine, Craigslist is actually a really good place, because when machines do show up for a decent price, they're like a really decent price. Like, I know a friend of mine got a DDR machine for $600, and another friend of mine got a DDR machine a pump it up machine for $400. So Craigslist is a great place if you are really patient and you're willing to check the website every single day. So just keep that in mind. eBay and Craigslist are going to be pretty much your big places to go get arcade machines. Now, with that said, there's technically two other ways you can go about doing stuff kind of locally for the most part, and this is going to be one of the bigger ones, I believe, than the other one. And auctions is going to be the next one. And I don't mean like eBay auctions. I mean auctions in person with a auctioneer auctioning off arcade machines. Now, there's a few places you can go to, websites specifically, that set up these auctions for arcade machines and sell them in person. Your three main places are going to be Super Auctions, Michelangelo Auctions, and Captain's Auctions. Now, Super Auctions kind of travels all around the United States, so you just kind of have to go on their website and check out their calendar and see when they're going to be having an auction in your area. Michelangelo Auctions has really fallen apart in the last couple of years, to my knowledge. I can only recall one auction from this year, so it just sucks that one of the bigger suppliers of arcade hardware and machines has just kind of fallen off the map. But they're going to be Michelangelo Auctions is mostly a Midwest-based company. So I just want to keep that in mind. If you're not in the Midwest, you're probably not going to want to check out that website in the first place. And the last one is Captain's Auctions. And Captain's Auctions is a West Coast-based company. I think they're based in Anaheim, California. and they always have music games for auction, and their auctions are every 3 or 4 months, I think. So you definitely want to check out Captain's Auctions if you are on the West Coast or you're willing to get a machine shipped out to you across the United States. Usually Captain's Auction has probably 4 or 5 music video games in their lineup, and they do post their inventory online, and you can bid online. The other ones, Super Auctions, you can never bid online, and Michelangelo Auctions, you can sometimes bid online. So Captain's Auction is great just because you can bid online. You don't have to be there, and you can get the stuff that you win shipped to your house without having to actually go to the state to worry about it. So Captain's Auction is going to be your big one. Super Auctions is pretty hit or miss for music games. They really kind of cater to one audience usually when they do an auction. Sometimes it's really, really mixed, but it's either you go there and they have music games and they have a few of them, or you go there and they have absolutely nothing. So just got to keep that in mind. Super Auctions is really hit or miss. You can check YouTube videos out of it. You'll see what I mean. Like, a lot of them don't have music games, but when they do have music games, they go for decent prices. The next tip I got for you guys is the money slap technique. And this is kind of a technique I named myself, and it's actually pretty common for getting any arcade machine for that matter. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a DDR machine. But what you do is you get your cash you put in your pocket, you get a truck and a trailer, or you just get a truck for that matter, and you go to a business that has a video arcade machine that you want, and you bring everything over there. You go inside the building, ask for the manager. The manager comes out. You pretty much slap the money in his face. You don't really slap him in the face, but you put the money down on the table, and you give him an offer. You say, I want to buy that DDR machine from you, and I'm willing to pay you this wad of cash right here. If you accept the money, I'm going to take the machine apart right now, load it onto my truck, and leave, and you won't ever have to worry about it ever again. And then the money's yours. And I can guarantee you, if the price is right, I can almost always guarantee you that they'll accept it. This is big for places like bowling alleys, especially because they usually don't end up keeping up their maintenance on their arcade machines. So the money slap technique works good on those kind of places. However, when you are doing this technique, the biggest mistake people will make is they will go in and they'll do this, and then they realize that the machines aren't owned by that business. And what I mean is they'll be supplied by a supply chain, or they'll be on rent or coin share with a local business. So you want to make sure that you are 100% positive that they are not rented out, they're not on coin share, and they are not part of a supply chain for the business you are giving the offer to. And the last one is the worst one, and I really highly do not recommend doing this this way for getting arcade machines, and that's going to be buying online. Now, you can do a Google search, and you'll find probably these two websites immediately, and they're going to be ChannelBeat and CoinOp Express. ChannelBeat caters only to really music video games, and CoinOp Express is pretty much just Asian arcade machines in general, and they have a lot of music video games. But the big problem with both these companies is they're based out of Asia. So when you're buying these machines, you're going to have to worry about not only the huge shipping cost, which is going to probably be around $1,000 to $1,500, but you're going to have to worry about paying customs, fees, and taxes on top of all that. So you're going to be really spending almost two grand plus on just getting it over to this country, and not before even paying for the damn thing. But yeah, ChannelBeat and CoinOp Express are other places you can get machines from. The one other big downfall of people wanting machines from these websites is their inventory is not ever correct on their website. They list almost every single DDR machine that they've ever had, and that doesn't mean they have it anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean that they ever had it in the first place. It might be they might be selling it for a local business or something like that, and they're willing to sell it on their website, and it might have been long gone for years now. So yeah, also keep that in mind on top of all the other bullshit you have to go through and the slow customer service and all this other bullshit that's just it's dumb, and it's a waste of time, and you're going to be paying way too much money for anything if you go this route. So I'm just going to pretty much kind of wrap it up here. It's been over 10 minutes. So yeah, if you guys want your own arcade machine, always check eBay first. Keep an eye out for those auctions. If you got a local business that's failing or they run down all their arcade machines, do the money slap technique. Never buy online. This is Con, and I'll see you guys later.